New York.
The following program is brought to you in living color on NBC.
If I place a wager, then I make a...
Mistake?
No, a bet. Betty White.
The pulpy, edible fruit that hangs from a bush or tree like a grape or tomato is called the...
Pomegranate. Clyde Pomegranate.
Oh, Barry Sullivan.
And I'm John Kennedy, and our guests have just proved that in this game, it's not what you say that counts, but what you don't say. Thank you very much. Hope Berg over here on my left has just won a game, and she has won $100, and now she has the opportunity to go to the bonus board and win $300 more. And here, ladies and gentlemen, is her new opponent. He is a salesman from Los Angeles. Help me welcome, if you will, David Bishop. David, welcome to the show. And we'll be back with more of You Don't Say with Betty White and Barry Sullivan in just a moment, right after this.
Monday night on NBC. Pipe yourself aboard high nautical nonsense with Ensign O'Toole, starring Dean Jones as Mr. O'Toole, a happy man surrounded by happy shipmates. Happy scholars and hilarious predicaments. Drop your anchor in a sea of merriment with Ensign O'Toole, Sunday at 7, 6 Central Time. Then slide into the enchanted land of Walt Disney's wonderful world of color. From any part of this world to out of this world, discerning viewers are rushing to sing the praises of Walt Disney's delightful entertainment. From breathtaking suspense to outlandish comedy, every magical program filled with the wonderment of Walt Disney's wonderful world of color. Sunday at 7:30, 6:30 Central Time on NBC.
Okay, now, the object of You Don't Say is to identify famous people, living, dead, or fictional. We give clues by leaving off the last word of a sentence. The sentence itself may not in any way refer to the famous person. Only the word at the end of the sentence may be a clue to his identity, and that is the word, of course, that you don't say. Now, if you hear this sound, it means that your clue is not acceptable according to our rules, right, Betty White?
Right,
right, indeed. Hope, now yesterday you won, you had just won a game yesterday, and we were ready to go over to that bonus board, so I'll direct your attention to it right now. We ran out of time yesterday, but right now we'll give you a chance to earn $300 more. Which clue first?
Number 1.
This is for $300. Could we see clue number 1? She's the sweetheart of Sigma.
Kai.
Now you have 5 seconds. Go on to the name.
Omar Khayyam.
You say your answer?
Omar Khayyam.
It is not Omar Khayyam. Now, for $200, which clue next? Remember, they're not necessarily in order. Number 2, could we see it? Interlocking links make a...
Chiang Kai-shek.
Chiang Kai-shek. She's just won $200. We've just revealed the third clue. If you have a bank account, you may write a check. And out of that, you get Chiang Kai-shek. And you are absolutely right. You have a total now of $300. And congratulations, Holberg. All righty. Now let's play our game. Listen, when you correctly identify a famous name, you score 1 point. First team to score 3 points, of course, is the winner. We allow you 1 loss. 2 losses, you leave the game and meet a new challenger. We're now ready for the game. So Betty White, Barry Sullivan, look at the first famous name. As they look, we'd like to share it with you.
Defender of a lady's honor, seller of many movie tickets, John Wayne.
Since Hope Berg is our current champion, Barry Sullivan, we begin with you. First clue, please, sir.
When a season passes on or when something starts to fade away, we are likely to say it's on the...
Go. On the bounce. On the... So he's passing away.
5 seconds, Hope.
On the brink.
Oh, your time is up. Think about that one. Betty.
let's take the moon, for instance, and when it's getting bigger, it waxes, and when it's getting smaller, it's on the...
Wayne. John Wayne?
Oh! Very nice, John Wayne. Very nice indeed. That gives you 1 point. David Bishop, and now you know how the game is played. It's very simple. Now you, David, look at the next famous name. You look and listen.
Famous hotel and restaurant owner, Conrad Hilton.
Okay, Dave, first clue, please.
If I were driving along the road and I came to a sharp rise, that is, I had to drive in an upward manner, you would say I was encountering a...
Hill, Hillary, something Hill,
5 seconds.
Brunhilde.
I'm sorry. It's not good. Your time is up. Okay, Hope. You like that, Barry?
2,000 pounds makes 1
ton.
right.
Hilton. It's A. Hilton.
That's not
Conrad Hilton.
Tight game going so far, 1-1. Betty White, Barry Sullivan, next famous name. You look and listen.
He has a show, but we keep forgetting what network. A real nice guy, Gary Moore.
Barry Sullivan, first clue.
If you bring a boat into a pier or to a harbor to tie it off, we would say that you are bringing it into...
Doc? Oh, my goodness. 2.
5 seconds.
Starts with an L.
I'm sorry, time is up. Don't say any more. Over to you, Betty White. No, I know.
When I am outside, say, in the sunshine, I'll sometimes put on dark glasses because the light is so...
Bright. Shiny. Sunny. Glare. Glare.
5 seconds.
Claire.
Time is up. Back to Barry.
If I pick up something and walk it along with it, I am...
Carry, glare. Cary Grant.
No, you gave a name. You said Cary Grant. That
I
is
like
not
Cary
correct.
Grant.
Yes, Cary Grant is even better. And his orchestra. Over to Betty.
The opposite of less is...
Most. More. John Barrymore.
No, it is not John Barrymore. This is the third and final round. Barry Sullivan, go.
If I drive my car into a place to store it, I am driving it into a...
Garage. Carry garage more. Carry garage more. Carry
You
garage.
have 5
Zsa Zsa Gabor?
seconds. What did you say?
Zsa Zsa Gabor.
Zsa Zsa Gabor? I don't know. Betty White, you have one more clue. This is the final round. No coaching from the audience now.
Early in the day.
All right. If I pick up something and it's heavy and someone is going to help me with it, they are helping me to...
Carry more.
You
More carry.
have 5 seconds.
Cary Grant.
Oh. Ladies and gentlemen of the audience, it is... Gary Moore. You were so near and yet so far. Yes, indeed. Zsa Zsa Gabor in the garage. That was beautiful. All right.
Well, like the Conrad Hilton and Co.
That's right, the Hilton Garage. The score is still 1-1, and we'll be back with more of You Don't Say with Betty White and Barry Sullivan right after this.
Here's a smart homemaker. She's shopping Gimbel's the easy way, the modern way for custom reupholstery and custom slipcovers. Gimbel's shop-at-home service is free, and it's as close as your telephone. It'll save you time and trouble, car fare and babysitter's fees. Just set the time, and Gimbel's representative brings to your home New York's largest selection of custom reupholstery fabrics. It's fun to shop at home in comfort, selecting fabrics, blending color schemes, making the perfect selection in your living room for your living room. Then Gimbel's master craftsman will custom reupholster your furniture more beautifully than you ever dreamed possible. Your fabric is hand-cut and hand-matched to your completely hand-rebuilt furniture at an incomparable price. From $44 for your chair, from $88 for your sofa, including and according to fabric. Gimbel's gives you months to pay. Call Gimbel's for your free appointment. Call Murray Hill 77500. If you live in the suburbs, call Murray Hill 77500. Collect.
All right, we have a tie game going for us so far. Hope Berg on my left, Mr. David Bishop on my right. And now we're going to ask you, Hope and David, to look at our next famous name. You at home look and listen.
Fat, funny, and fabulous Jackie Gleason.
Since you were the last one to win a round, Hope, we begin with you. First quote.
When I'm very happy, full of joy, I'm also full of...
Oh, boy.
Spirits, elan, gaiety, laughter, happiness.
5 seconds, Barry.
What is she full of?
I don't know. But your time is up. Yes, okay. David.
If I took my automobile into a garage and I told the mechanic that the joints in the car were a little dry, I would ask him to apply some...
Grease. Grease. Fun grease, grease, joy.
5 seconds.
Greaser Stevens.
Barry. Or rather, Hope.
Hope.
Yes, I'm sorry.
I am my father's daughter. You are your father's...
Seventh son.
Oh, really? Really?
Son is what you want, right? Son. Now, you got a little grease, you got a little happiness. Gleason. Reason. Gleason.
You
Gleason.
have-
Jackie Gleason.
Hey,
Sorry, David.
Glee is
And
what I blew the first time.
Greaser Stevens is looking. It's all in the game. That was very nice indeed. Jackie Gleason. The score is now 2-1 in favor of Hope Berg. And so now you, Betty White, and you, Barry, look at the next famous name. You look and listen too.
Only one name for this singer, but fame enough for many, Fabian.
All right, Barry. It is your turn.
A legend, a story, a tale, when it goes off into a flight of whimsy and has a moral and could be quite ancient, is sometimes called a...
Gable? Clark Gable?
I'm sorry, you gave a name that is not it. And Betty White.
All right. If I have already gone to a place and someone invites me to go there and says, they would like me to go there, I say no, because I have already... Talk to me, Dave.
She looks so beautiful.
Say something.
I've already gone.
5 seconds.
I'll take a shot, Grable, Betty Grable.
I'm sorry, that is not it. Okay, we're back to you, Barry.
Coal is generally stored in a...
Ben Gurion?
I'm sorry, it is not Ben Gurion. That is the name. And now...
Ben Gurion is not a name.
Ben-
Ben.
Well, she said Ben Gurion. Okay, Betty.
This legend or myth or tale could also be called
A fable? Fable?
You have 5 seconds.
Fable, Ben Fable, Ben.
You said Ben Fable. Whoever that is. That's what you said. And that's a name, and it's not right. And this is the third and final round, Barry Sullivan. Yeah.
Well, I go from here.
I don't know, but I'll give you...
It's an ancient tale.
It's not a fable? Fable.
That was...
I didn't give
that is correct. You disqualified yourself.
Yes, I did the
because you did
wrong
not leave
thing.
the word off
Excuse
into the
me.
word you don't say, and so, Betty, you do say your next
dear.
clue, please. Final round.
Flour is also stored in a...
In a bin. Ben.
Five seconds.
Fable.
Oh, I'm sorry. Time is up. But your time was up at that musical moment. I'm very sorry. You didn't get it in, but it was Fabian, so near and yet so far.
Are you going to penalize me for the
No, I'm very sorry. We must stick to the rules in order to be fair to everyone involved. It was very close. The score is still 2-1. You may score the next time, though, so don't give up. And we begin now with you, David, and you, Hope. Look at the next famous name. And as they look at it, if you look at it, please.
The Big Blue OK's Ox's best friend, legendary hero of the lumberjacks, Paul Bunyan.
All right. It is, who won the last one? It was you, Hope, who won the last round way back when. So, Hope, would you give the first clue?
If I go on a 50-mile hike and I keep rubbing my foot, I won't get a blister, I won't get a boil, I won't get a callus, I'll get a...
A corn. You'll get a flat foot. Shape.
You have 5 seconds.
Well, you get a vote of confidence.
Your time is up. Time is up. We go over now to David Bishop.
If I had a sore foot, I would go to a chiropodist, and if I had a growth on the side of my foot, I would ask him to cut off a...
Bunyan? Bunyan? Runyon?
5
Bunyan. Paul Bunyan?
This time, of course, Paul Callis. You managed to score this time, though, David Bishop. So now the score is 2-2. And we'll be back with more of You Don't Say with Betty White and Barry Sullivan right after this.
Oh, now he does.
Hello, this is Richard Chamberlain. Usually you see me as Dr. Kildare. And now I'd like to tell you about another great NBC show, Sam Benedict, each Saturday. This is Sam Benedict. He can be curt.
Tell this guy no.
He can be courteous.
No, honestly, Mrs. Langley, I consider it a good sign that the jury's retired for the night. It means that one or more of the jurors feel exactly as you and I do, that your son's innocent and should be acquitted.
Sam Benedict is a fighter for the rights of his clients, an attorney and dynamo rolled into one. A man who can handle many cases at a time with a skill that has made him one of San Francisco's foremost trial lawyers. For an hour of powerful drama, watch Sam Benedict, starring Oscar winner Edmund O'Brien and noted guest stars.
The stories of Sam Benedict are intriguing dramas, expertly played and excitingly real. See Sam Benedict Saturday at 7:30, 6:30 Central Time on NBC.
All right, on this next famous name, it will very probably determine the winner. The score is 2-2. Betty White, Barry Sullivan. Look at the next famous name. You look and listen.
The gal who sang Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend, Carol Channing.
And now that the people at home know, Betty, your first clue.
There have been several people who have managed to swim long, long distances, sometimes in England, sometimes here, and they are usually known as having swum the...
Channel, Chanel, Channel, Camel, Channel.
5 seconds, please.
Chandler, Champion,
I'm sorry, your time is up. Barry Sullivan.
At Christmas time, groups come outside of your window and they sing. And what they sing generally is a Christmas...
Carol. Carol Channing.
You set it up for us.
Very good indeed. Carol Channing, and that sort of keeps you in the championship seat. This, however, David Bishop, is only your first loss, so you're still eligible to play another game. But Hope Berg, we've added another $100 for winning that game to your winning so far. You now have a total of $400, and once again, look at the bonus board. For $300, which clue first?
Number 1.
Number 1. Could we see it, please? If it's not tight, then it's...
Loose.
5 seconds to think of the name.
Clara Booth Loose.
I'm sorry, it is not Clara Booth Loose. For $200, which clue next? 2 or 3?
Number 2.
Number 2. These are not necessarily in order, but that's the way she wants them. Keep my children safe from...
Danger.
You have 5 seconds to think of the
Loose
name.
danger. Danger. Loose. Loose. Danger.
Do you have a name?
Danger Loose.
It is not Danger Loose. No. That's a great name for a new series, though, isn't it? All right. For $100, could we see the next clue? A muscle man is very...
Strong Loose. Strong Loose. Strong Loose.
Hope you have 5 seconds to put them all together. Come up with one name, please.
Lucretia
Borstrong. No. No, I'm sorry. I think what threw you off was the middle clue. Keep my children safe from harm, and you would get Louis Armstrong, Louis Armstrong. That's the name, you see? It's not tight, then it's Louis Arm and Strong. That's all right. You're doing very well. You have $400, Hope Berg, and of course we'll play another game. And listen, for all you viewers at home who would like to win a 2-volume set of the new World Book Dictionary by the publishers of World Book Encyclopedia, a leading reference for home, school, and family, here's what you do. Select the famous name, then write 3, you don't say clues for it, like the ones you saw on our bonus board. You write this down on a postcard, and Jay Stewart will tell you where to send it.
Send your entries to You Don't Say, Hollywood 28, California. Cards are selected at random, become the property of the program, and none can be returned.
Thank you very much, Jay. And now we're back. Hope Berg, $400. And Mr. David Bishop, you now have 1 loss against you. If you lose another one, of course, then you'll have to leave the game. But let's get into our next game as Betty White and Barry Sullivan and you people at home look at the next famous name.
He led a Mexican revolution, the famous bandit Pancho Villa.
All right, Hope, since you are our current champ, that means that Barry, you begin with the first clue.
If I were to go up to Carmel and take a house for the summer or the fall or the golfing season or what have you, I would be taking what we would call a country house, or the same thing in any part of the United States. But if I took the same kind of a house, shall we say, over in Spain, along the Mediterranean, I would be taking a...
Oh. I know who you want.
Well, tell me.
You have 5 seconds.
Riviera.
I'm sorry, your time is up. All right, Betty.
A fighter has a lot of things going for him, but one of the things that many people will say is in his right hand he has a tremendous...
Punch. Pancho Gonzalez.
I'm sorry. Pancho Gonzalez.
Pretty good.
Yes, it is. That was a good try. Barry.
When we drive into a small community, we wouldn't call it a city, we wouldn't call it a town, we would call it a...
Village. Bill. Pancho Villa.
Hope Berg studies all about Pancho Villa out at the... she is a college student from Van Nuys. Isn't that right, Hope?
Yes, sir.
Very good indeed. You have 1 more point here in this next game. Now, you, David, and you, Hope, look at the next famous name. You do the same, would you?
We're pretty sneaky. Let's see if Barry can guess his own name, Barry Sullivan.
Right, back. And now, Hope, you begin with the first clue, if you will.
A Frenchman wears a hat that is very soft and has a little thing on the top, and that little hat is called a...
Barry? Barry, you want Barry? Barry. Now, which one do you want? Barry.
You have 5 seconds.
Don't look at me that way. Barry Fitzgerald.
I'm sorry,
I kept it Irish.
I know it, but that's not it. And now, Mr. David Bishop.
Very sweet and very modest, and I love you. I hope that's it.
I hate to go ahead. There is a type of horse race where the rider doesn't ride on the horse. He rides on a type of a cart that is drawn by a horse. This cart is called a...
Very sulky, then.
Sneaking suspicion that you didn't say that because you thought it was too obvious. Am I correct?
Dirty trick. Hope deserves better than that.
Oh, that was fun. That was fun. The score is now 1-1. Barry Sullivan, Barry Sulky Van, Betty White. Look at the next famous name. You look into them. Uh-oh, just a second. Hold it. Our time is up. We will not have time for another game. So the score is now 1-1. And we'll be back with Betty White and Barry Sullivan in just a moment. So, you know, these days, everyone's investment conscious. Well, here's some smart investing done for the right reasons.
This time, let's get a different kind. One that'll last. Now, you say the Frigidaire washer is sturdy, right? Right. Well, then tell me, how long will this one last? I'd need a crystal ball for that. But if you ask me about the average life of a number of washers in a specific test, then I can tell you. Equivalent to 14 years without even one repair.
Without one repair?
Absolutely. Yes, but what kind of test? The Frigidaire 15-year lifetime test. Ran all kinds of Frigidaire washers day and night. Fully loaded, detergents, everything. As close to household use as you can get. Regular washers? Yes, sir. Regular 1962 Frigidaire washers right from stock. And our engineers say that this 63 is even better. Well, that couple, they bought the washer. And you'll be sold, too. Remember, the sturdy Frigidaire washer has a giant 12-pound tub. Look for the F with the crown on top. The crown stands for leadership.
Well, our time is up for today, but Hope Berg, you have won so far $400, and David Bishop, you have only one loss so far. The score is 1-1, so Monday when we come back, we'll take up from where we left off, okay? Have a very nice weekend. This wraps up our first week, ladies and gentlemen, and I can't tell you how indebted we are to these two fine people for helping us to get our show off to such a fine start. Always a pleasure to see and play the game with you, Betty White. Thank you very much. Thank you. Barry Sullivan, bon voyage. Have a good time over in Spain. All righty. And we'll all be back Monday when our guest stars will be Jane Meadows and Cesar Romero. Till Monday, this is Tom Kennedy saying goodbye, and remember, it is not what you say that counts, but what you don't say. Have a nice weekend.
You Don't Say is a Ralph Andrews, Bill Regiman production. Prizes and promotional fees furnished by the Schick Corporation and World Book. Join Jack Parr and his special guest tonight for an hour of top entertainment and topical conversation. Tune in tonight at 10 for the Jack Parr program, 9 Central Time, in color, here on NBC. Now stay tuned for the match game, next on NBC. This program was pre-recorded.
Produced in color in association with the NBC Television Network.